Hello everyone. In this session, we will see how to set up detailed tracing in AWS REST API Gateway. First step deals with creating an IAM role and assigning it to API Gateway so that the API Gateway can access the CloudWatch logs and it can push the detailed trace logs to the CloudWatch. So we are going to now create an IAM role with the following permission, that is nothing but Amazon API Gateway push to CloudWatch logs. So this is the minimum permission which is needed for the API Gateway to push the logs to CloudWatch. Let us do that. Go to IAM, then select roles, create a role, select trusted entity type to AWS service. Here select for gateway, click on next. In the permission, you need to add Amazon API Gateway push to CloudWatch logs. So this is the permission which needs to be added. Click on next, give a name, AWS CloudWatch log access. So create the role. Yeah, we are done with the role creation for the AWS API Gateway. Now, the next step is to add the IAM role, whatever we have just now created, to our API Gateway console. So what we need to do is we need to take the ARN of the log role that we have created just now, and then we need to assign it to our API Gateway. First, let us search for the role that we have created. Yeah, AWS CloudWatch log access. So let us take the ARN, copy it, and then we need to go to API Gateway. Let's go to the API Gateway. Select the REST API Gateway. This is my REST API Gateway. And then we need to go to settings and then give the ARN. Let's go to the settings, and then here we can give the ARN. So this is how we can give the ARN. Let's click on save changes. Yeah, we have given the ARN. Now let us see how to turn on API logging in the REST API Gateway. We need to create the log group and keep the log group name as well as the ARN handy. So one thing to note here is that the name that we are going to give to the newly created log group should adhere to this naming convention. This is a mandatory requirement. So the name should be something like this: API-gateway-execution-logs underscore gateway ID followed by stage name. So first we will see what is the meaning of this gateway ID and what is the meaning of this stage name. Let's go to the REST API gateway. This is my REST API gateway. Gateway ID is nothing but the ID which is displayed here. This is the ID. And the staging name is, whenever you click on the REST API gateway, you can come to the stages, and the stage in which you want to enable the logs and tracing, the stage name is, we need to pick the stage name from that. So if you want to enable the tracing for this stage name, then the stage name will be here test. So let us copy this format and then let us create the log group. Let's go to the CloudWatch. Click on the log groups. Yeah, click on create log group. Give the name. Here, as I just explained, the stage name is test and the gateway ID is, let me get my gateway ID. This is my gateway ID. Let me copy this and put it here. So I'm going to create the log group for REST API gateway. The retention setting, you can set it to 1 day, and the rest of the things are optional. You can click on create. Post creation, you are going to see the log group name as something like this: API gateway execution logs underscore your gateway ID followed by your stage name. So the next thing is, it is also asking us to keep the ARN handy. Let's keep it handy. You can click on this, the log group that you have created, and you will have the ARN handy here. Next, we need to open the API Gateway console, and then we need to choose the state that we want to enable the tracing, and we need to uh, edit certain information under logs and tracing. Let us do that. Let's go to our REST API Gateway, go to the staging, and then we need to go to this is the stage that I have created the log group for, and this is the stage I want to enable the tracing. Click on edit. So here you need to select errors and information logs for the detailed tracing, and please ensure to check this. You need to enable data tracing in order to capture the request as well as response for detailed tracing. Turn on the access logging. The moment you turn on the access logging, it will ask for access log destination ARN as well as the log format. This access log destination ARN is nothing but the ARN of the log group name that we have just now created. Please copy that and paste it. One thing to note here is that the last ending colon and then the star character, this you need to remove it, or else the AWS will throw error. So if you directly enter this, it will throw this error. Please remove this and then you can save it. Before saving, there is something else as well. So we have given the access log destination ARN just now, and the next part is to enter the following log format as it is. This is the access log format. You just need to copy it and then come to the gateway, paste it as it is. So it is just Control C and Control V, and once you do that, please click on save. Yes, you can see that we have successfully updated logging and tracing, and if you have done any changes, you can feel free to deploy the changes as well. So you can click on deploy API, select your stage, and you can deploy it right then. So the next part is testing our logging setup. So in order to ensure that whatever the logging we have done just now is all working fine, what we need to do is we need to access our REST API gateway and then check in the CloudWatch console whether the tracing or the logging is happening or not. To do that, first let's go to the CloudWatch. This is my log group name, by the way, and I'm going to start tailing this. Yes, I started tailing this. My expectation is that whenever I access this gateway, then I need to see both the access log as well as the detailed tracing which I have enabled. Let us access this by firing a request. I have kept the request handy. So this is my REST API gateway. This is the invoke URL, and then this is the staging name, and then this is my path for which the gateway is responding. Let me try to access this. I got some response. Now let me wait for the log information to pop up. Yeah, it will take 5 or 10 seconds, but it will give you the detailed tracing as you have enabled it. So this is the detailed tracing, and let's also verify that we have got the access log. Along with this detailed tracing, yes, you have at the end, you have the access log as well. So that means our verification has gone through. We have seen both the detailed trace logs as well as this access log. Now let us follow the same step in order to enable the access logging in HTTP API gateway. Here also the same requirement. We need to create a log group which is adhering to this log group convention, the naming convention. Need to copy this, come to the CloudWatch, go to CloudWatch log groups, click on create log group, give the log group name. Now you want to know what is your gateway ID and what is your stage name. So uh, you need to come to the HTTP API gateway. Let us come back. This is my HTTP API gateway and this is the ID. Let me copy this ID and then paste it here. Let me click on this HTTP API gateway and then I need to find my stage name. So let me go to the stage. Okay, I'm using the default stage. So if this is the case, you can give it as default. Usually the convention is that there will be a stage name and you need to give that stage name itself. So retention setting, you can set it as one day once again. Rest of the things you can keep it as it is. Click on create. This will create the log group name. Yeah, we have the log group name created. Let's keep its ARN handy. Let us go to the next step. It is asking us to get into the HTTP API Gateway console and then click on the Monitor tab and then choose Logging. That's how we need to enable the access logging. Let us do that. Let's go to the HTTP API Gateway. So this is my HTTP API Gateway. Go to the Monitor. Under Monitor, you will see Logging. Click on Logging. It will ask you to give a stage. Click the stage which you want to enable the access logging for. Please ensure that the stage name, whatever you have enabled the access logging for, is the same that you have given the name here. Now let us click on edit. It's already enabled for this, but this is how it will be without enabling. Access logging will be off. You need to turn on the access logging, and now you need to give the log destination. This is nothing but the ARN of the CloudWatch log group we have created just now. So copy this and once again paste this. Please remove this star and then the colon character. We have removed that. Now we need to enter the log format. The log format is given here. We have given the ARN now. The log format is given here. Once again copy it as it is and then come to the log format and paste it. It is once again simply Control C and Control V. You want this access logging in the very same format. Please click on save and you can deploy it. By default, this default is always deployed. Right, so that's all for configuring the access logging. Now it is time to test our logging setup. So we are going to follow the same pattern where we are going to tail the CloudWatch log group we have created for this HTTP API gateway, and then we are going to access this HTTP API gateway by using its invoke URL. Then we are going to check whether the access logs are coming or not. So this is my log group name and I will start tailing. Yeah, this filter can be applied as it is. And now let me go to my browser window. This is the staging URL I have kept handy. This is my invoke URL and this is my path. I'm going to enter a request. I got some response. Now I will wait for the access logs to appear. In the HTTP API gateway access logging, please note that there is no option to enable detailed tracing and there is only option to enable access logging. So you are only going to see access log and not the detailed traces or detailed logs. Yes, after 10 seconds, we have finally got the access log. This is the path we have filed and we have the access log here. That's Now let us see how to set up AWS access keys. First of all, why do we need AWS access key? So the Astra log parser, which is going to be deployed as a containerized service within an EC2 instance, needs to access CloudWatch in order to fetch the access logs and then create the OTLP traces out of it. So in order to access an AWS service, we are making use of access keys. We can create the access keys with the minimum role or the permission set by using or by following these two simple steps. We'll create an IAM user for this. Let us go to the IAM user. Click on IAM user. Go to users. Click on create user and give the username. So username, you can keep it to Astra log parser and then click on next. Now let us follow the documentation. We are given the name as Astra log parser. In the permission option, select the attach policies directly radio button and which policy to attach. We just want to give CloudWatch read-only access and we don't want to give any other. We are just keeping it to minimal. We want the read-only access to CloudWatch. Let us do the same. Click on this attach policies directly, or you can choose it to add user to group as well. But again, please ensure that this role or this user needs only the read-only access permission to the CloudWatch logs. Let us search for CloudWatch. 1 minute. Let us copy this keyword and search for it. Yeah, this is the CloudWatch read-only access. Please click on this, create on next, review this, and then click on the create user. Great, we have created the user, and now it is time to give the access keys for this user. Click on this user, and then you click on this create access key. So why you need the reason is that application running on an AWS compute service. You click on that, provide the confirmation and click on next. So you can give a description used for Astra log parser read only use case. You can click on create access key. Again, please note that once the access key is created, it can be viewed only once. You cannot recover it, but if you forgot to see this or note this down, then you will have to recreate the access key by invalidating the previous access key. So this will be access key and this will be its secret counterpart. Click on show and then it will show the access keys. You'll have to copy both this information or note it down securely so that you can configure Astra log parser. Cool. That's it for this session. Thank you.